Hi guys, welcome back to Unlock the SWOK. In this episode, we're going to be in Duncan, Oklahoma, exploring the Chisholm Trail. Okay, here we go. Let's do this thing. Once we got to Duncan, Miss Terry at the Simmons Center suggested we head over to the Chisholm Trail Heritage Museum and meet up with Mr. Scott. Did you know that this museum is one of the top 10 Western museums in America? Whoa! There were even things to discover outside. They had a life-size sculpture of cowboys wrangling their steer on the trail. On the way in, I noticed that they had a map on the sidewalks showing all the towns they stopped at along the way. If the outside had this much to see, I could not wait to see what was inside. Mr. Scott was just as nice as Miss Terry said he would be. He even offered to give me a private tour of some of his favorite things in the museum. How could I turn down an offer like that? Our first stop was at the Garris Gallery of the American West. Not only was the art awesome, I learned a lot about the people who had the courage to take part in this crazy journey. They had it rough, and in most of the art looked tired but hopeful. Mr. Scott even told me that they keep the gallery cold to protect the art, and their really special art gets put on dark walls with special lights to really make them stand out. After looking through the collection, we saw some very lifelike animals that were all over the Chisholm Trail. You can even play a game of I Spy and hear their sounds in the exhibit. Then he let me create my very own brand at the branding station. All the cattle on the trail had a special mark or brand so the cowboys would know who they belonged to. After that, we went to the chuck wagon. I was blown away with all the stuff that wagon had to hold. They had to have enough food and supplies for the whole trip. The cook would go before and set up everything and did so much stuff, from navigating the team to pulling teeth when needed. It gave a whole new meaning to the phrase, "Don't mess with the cook." It was so neat to hear the music and see the movies that they got their inspiration from the trail. Even Rawhide. Then it was time to go to the Campfire Theater. I even got the VIP treatment to sit next to Mr. Jesse Chisholm himself and learn about the trail and how it got its name. It was so great, it made you feel as though you were transported back in time and right there with them. Mr. Scott left the best for last as we headed into the Experience Theater, and it really was an experience. It was 4D, so I heard, saw, smelt, and felt like I was a part of the story. Guys, you have to go and experience it for yourself. All ages will love it. After that, it was time for me to ask Mr. Scott some questions about what we had just seen. Hi guys, welcome back to Unlock the SWOK. And this is Mr. Scott from the Chisholm Trail Heritage Center in Duncan, Oklahoma. So let's get to it.
All right.
So, what is your favorite exhibit?
Well, we're here in the Garris Gallery of the American West, and this is my favorite part of the museum. Because you can see everything that the museum has. You can see it done by artists right here in the Garris Gallery.
What is your favorite art piece in the Garris Gallery?
Oh, they're all my favorite. I have so many favorites. There's a painting over here, which is a storm on the trail, that I like quite a bit. And maybe we can stop by there later and check it out.
Cool.
Okay.
What is the Chisholm Trail?
Well, I'm glad you asked me that question. So the Chisholm Trail was a pathway, it was a trail that cowboys used to get cattle from South Texas, where they had a lot of cattle, up to Kansas, where they could put them on the railroads and ship them up to the Northeast.
How long would it take you to get to?
It would take you over 3 months to get there.
By car, it would only be like 6 hours.
I know, but they didn't have any cars then.
They had wagons.
They had wagons, and they had to ride on horseback.
That's I can do that. I couldn't wait. Take 3 months out of my year. Just do that. I can't.
Nothing against anybody in Kansas, of course. But yeah, that's a long time, and it was travel was different. You didn't travel as much. Like if you lived here in the 1860s, you wouldn't go visit Dallas very often because that was a long way away.
How long has the museum been open?
The museum has been open about 22 years now. How old are you?
I'm 10. That's
10. That's like 2 of you and then some.
yeah, 2 of me, and then 1 of a 2 baby.
Yes.
And what exhibits are like other than the Garris Gallery? What are your favorites?
Well, I love the interactive area. So we have an area with the chuck wagon that we saw earlier. There's lots of buttons to push and lots of things for young minds to see and explore and learn about the Chisholm Trail.
Okay. What years were the Chisholm Trail like for cattle?
The Chisholm Trail was only active for about 20 years.
That's a long
22 years, I think, so 18.
That's funny because Chisholm Trail was 22 years, and
I didn't think about that. That's crazy. So about 1868 or 1867 would be the first cattle drives, and they only went for about up until about 1890.
wow. What was going on in American history around that time?
Well, it was after the end of the Civil War. I don't know if you studied the Civil War in school
Yes.
yet. Okay. So during the Civil War, Texas had joined with the Confederacy. So a lot of the young men who would have been ranching in Texas, they were off fighting the war. And so the cattle herds that were just kind of running wild, they just multiplied. They kept having more young ones and multiplied. And so by the end of the Civil War, that's when Texas had all of this beef down here. And the cities, the large cities in the country up in the northeast, they didn't have any. They didn't have very much at all. So that's why they started using the Chisholm Trail as a way to get the cattle from South Texas to New York and Chicago, Philadelphia.
But there's a map of the Chisholm Trail here, and it only goes to Kansas.
Oh yeah, very perceptive. So the railroads had made it as far as Abilene, Kansas when they started the Chisholm Trail. So they would walk the herds up to Abilene, Kansas, and load them on trains and ship them to the city.
I bet you their legs were tired.
I bet. But you know that because along the Chisholm Trail, the grasses are so rich in nutrients that the cattle, even though they're walking maybe 1,000 miles, would actually gain during the cattle drives.
I would think they lose weight. Like,
No, and that's because of all the good grass you get right here in Oklahoma.
what is your favorite sculpture?
The one that's right behind us. It's right here. Have you seen this one?
Yes, I have.
So this is a depiction of Geronimo's right there. And so you can see he's probably had a very busy couple of days, and he sat down on a rock and took his guns off, his weapons off, his knife, his guns, and he's waiting for the army soldiers to come and arrest him.
And you can see he's kind of smiling.
Yeah, looks like he's looking into the sun maybe. He's kind of squinting.
I would sweat if I were looking into the sun.
Yeah.
I have one question about this. You said it wasn't 3D, 2D, or 1D. What is it?
The Experience Theater,
Yes.
that was 4D.
Whoa.
So it's in 3 dimensions. You have a 3-dimensional. You remember
Yeah.
when we were in there. There was grass, logs, and cattle skulls, and other things around there. So it's actually in 3 dimensions. Then there's a 4th dimension that we added in there, and that's where if it rains in the movie, you might get a little rain on you, and you can smell things, or you feel things. You're seeing actually. And it just makes it very exciting. You remember the lightning storm.
You're still a little wet from the lightning storm.
Yeah, that was very fun. So what was your favorite part of this?
Probably the experience.
The Experience Theater.
It was so much fun.
Yeah, it
It
really.
scared me a bit at the lightning part.
Of course.
But yeah.
Good.
Well, thank you for watching, guys, and thank you so much, Mr. Scott, for showing me the museum. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye, and thank you for stopping by. And I hope you'll come by soon and bring a friend. It'll be a long time to get there.